Most people think heart disease happens suddenly, like a bolt out of nowhere, but the truth is, it often begins quietly, deep inside your body, years before you ever feel a single symptom. This hidden process is known as atherosclerosis, and it develops slowly as fatty deposits, cholesterol, calcium, and inflammatory substances start sticking to the inner walls of your arteries. At first, these deposits are small and harmless, but over time they grow thicker and harder, forming what we call plaque. As this plaque builds up, it begins to narrow the arteries, reducing the flow of oxygen-rich blood to vital organs like your heart and brain. The dangerous part is that your body doesn't send clear warning signals in the early stages. You can be going about your daily life, working, eating, sleeping, feeling completely normal, while your arteries are gradually becoming more restricted. This is why so many people are shocked when they experience their first major symptom, which could be chest pain, shortness of breath, or even a sudden heart attack. By the time these symptoms appear, the condition has often progressed significantly. What makes this even more concerning is how modern lifestyles accelerate this silent buildup. Diets high in processed foods, unhealthy fats, and sugar contribute heavily to plaque formation. Add to that chronic stress, lack of physical activity, poor sleep, and habits like smoking, and you create the perfect environment for inflammation inside the body. This inflammation acts like fuel for plaque growth, making the arteries more vulnerable to damage and blockage. Another key factor many people overlook is the role of oxidative stress. This occurs when there's an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in your body. Free radicals can damage the lining of your arteries, making it easier for cholesterol and other substances to stick and form plaque. Over time, this damage becomes a cycle. More plaque leads to more inflammation, and more inflammation leads to even more plaque. What's truly alarming is that arterial plaque doesn't just sit there harmlessly. In some cases, it can become unstable and rupture. When this happens, your body tries to repair the rupture by forming a blood clot. But instead of helping, this clot can suddenly block the artery completely, cutting off blood flow. If this occurs in the heart, it can cause a heart attack. If it happens in the brain, it can lead to a stroke. And these events often occur without much warning, which is why understanding and preventing plaque buildup is so critical. The good news is that this process is not entirely irreversible, especially if you catch it early. Your body has an incredible ability to heal and repair itself when given the right support. By making smarter choices, especially when it comes to what you eat, you can slow down, stop, and in some cases even reduce the progression of plaque buildup. This is why awareness is so powerful. When you understand that this condition develops silently over time, you begin to realize the importance of daily habits. Instead of waiting for symptoms to appear, the focus should be on prevention. Every meal you eat, every step you take, and every healthy choice you make either contributes to plaque buildup or helps protect your arteries. It's not about making drastic changes overnight, but about consistently choosing better options that support your heart and overall health. Because in the end, the biggest danger of arterial plaque is not just what it does, but how quietly it does it until one day it suddenly demands your full attention. When people hear about cholesterol-lowering drugs, the first thing that often comes to mind is statins. These medications have become one of the most commonly prescribed treatments for reducing the risk of heart disease, and for good reason. They are effective at lowering LDL, often referred to as bad cholesterol. But here's what many people don't fully understand. Lowering cholesterol is only one part of a much bigger picture. Statins work by blocking an enzyme in the liver that your body uses to produce cholesterol. As a result, the levels of LDL in your bloodstream decrease, which can help slow down the formation of new plaque in your arteries. On the surface, this sounds like the perfect solution. However, arterial plaque is not made up of cholesterol alone. It's a complex mix of fats, calcium, cellular waste, and most importantly, inflammation. And this is where the limitation begins. You see, while statins are good at reducing cholesterol levels, they don't directly eliminate existing plaque, nor do they fully address the underlying inflammation that contributes to artery damage in the first place. Inflammation is like the hidden engine driving the entire process of plaque buildup. If that engine keeps running, the problem can continue beneath the surface, even if cholesterol numbers look better on paper. Another aspect that often goes unspoken is how individual responses to statins can vary. Some people tolerate them well and experience clear benefits, but others may struggle with side effects. Muscle pain, fatigue, and weakness are among the most commonly reported issues. For some, these side effects are mild, but for others, they can interfere with daily life, making it difficult to stay consistent with the medication. This inconsistency can reduce the overall effectiveness of the treatment. There's also the psychological side of it. Many people begin to rely solely on medication, believing that taking a daily pill is enough to protect their heart. This can lead to a false sense of security, where lifestyle factors like diet, exercise, and stress are overlooked. But the truth is, no medication can fully counteract the effects of an unhealthy lifestyle. If poor habits continue, the root causes of artery damage remain active. This is why more and more health experts are now emphasizing a combined approach. Medication, when necessary, can be a valuable tool, but it should not be the only tool. The real power comes from supporting your body naturally, especially through the foods you eat every day. Certain foods have the ability to reduce inflammation, improve blood vessel function, and even help stabilize or slow the progression of plaque. Think of it this way: statins may help manage one piece of the puzzle, but nutrition helps influence the entire system. When you fuel your body with the right nutrients, you're not just targeting cholesterol, you're supporting your immune system, reducing oxidative stress, improving circulation, and creating an internal environment where healing can actually take place. It's also important to understand that heart health is not a short-term goal, it's a long-term commitment. Medications can provide support along the way, especially for those at higher risk, but lasting protection comes from consistent daily habits. The choices you make at breakfast, lunch, and dinner matter more than you might think. Over time, these small decisions compound, either strengthening your arteries or contributing to their decline. So rather than seeing statins as a complete solution, it's more accurate to view them as one part of a broader strategy. A strategy that includes movement, stress management, quality sleep, and most importantly, powerful natural foods that work with your body, not just on one number in a blood test, but on the overall health of your arteries. Because in the end, true heart protection doesn't come from a single pill. It comes from a lifestyle that supports your body from the inside out. When it comes to natural ways of supporting your arteries, few foods have gained as much attention and respect as garlic. For centuries, garlic has been used not just as a flavor enhancer in cooking, but as a powerful medicinal food across many cultures. Today, modern science is beginning to confirm what traditional medicine has known for a long time. Garlic has a unique ability to support heart health in multiple ways, especially when it comes to protecting your arteries. At the core of garlic's power is a compound called allicin, which is released when garlic is crushed or chopped. This compound is highly active and plays a key role in many of garlic's health benefits. One of its most important effects is its ability to reduce inflammation inside the body. As you've learned earlier, inflammation is one of the main drivers behind plaque buildup in the arteries. When inflammation is present, the inner lining of your blood vessels becomes damaged and more vulnerable, allowing cholesterol and other substances to stick and form plaque more easily. By helping to calm this inflammatory response, garlic creates a healthier environment inside your arteries. But it doesn't stop there. Garlic also acts as a natural antioxidant, meaning it helps neutralize harmful free radicals that can damage your cells. This is important because oxidative stress is another major factor that contributes to the development and progression of arterial plaque. When your body is under constant oxidative stress, the damage to your artery walls increases, accelerating the buildup process. Another powerful benefit of garlic is its ability to support healthy blood pressure levels. High blood pressure puts extra strain on your artery walls, making them more prone to injury and plaque formation. Garlic has been shown to help relax blood vessels, improving blood flow and reducing this pressure. Over time, better circulation means your heart doesn't have to work as hard, and your arteries experience less stress. What makes garlic even more impressive is its potential impact on cholesterol balance. While it may not work as aggressively as medications, garlic can help support healthier levels of LDL cholesterol while also contributing to better overall lipid balance. This gentle natural effect, combined with its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, makes garlic a well-rounded ally for your cardiovascular system. There is also evidence suggesting that garlic may help slow down the progression of existing plaque and, in some cases, even contribute to slight reductions over time. While it's not a miracle cure, its consistent use as part of a healthy diet can make a meaningful difference. The key here is consistency. Garlic isn't about quick fixes, it's about long-term support. Incorporating garlic into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. It can be added to meals like vegetables, soups, meats, or even salad dressings. The important thing is how you prepare it. Crushing or chopping garlic and letting it sit for a few minutes before cooking helps activate the beneficial compounds like allicin. Even small amounts used regularly can have a cumulative effect over time. However, it's important to remember that garlic works best as part of a broader lifestyle approach. On its own, it can support your health, but when combined with other heart-healthy habits, like eating whole foods, staying active, managing stress, and getting enough sleep, its benefits become even more powerful. In a world where many people look for quick pharmaceutical solutions, garlic stands out as a simple, natural, and effective way to support your arteries from within. It doesn't just target one aspect of heart health, it works on multiple levels, helping your body protect, repair, and strengthen itself over time. Because sometimes, the most powerful medicine isn't found in a bottle, but in the foods you choose to eat every single day. When it comes to protecting your heart and supporting your arteries naturally, few foods are as powerful and scientifically supported as fatty fish, especially salmon. Unlike many other foods that target just one aspect of health, fatty fish work on multiple levels inside your body, making them one of the most effective dietary tools for slowing down and even preventing the progression of arterial plaque. The real strength of fatty fish lies in their high content of omega-3 fatty acids. These are essential fats, meaning your body cannot produce them on its own. You must get them through your diet. Once inside your body, omega-3s begin to influence your cardiovascular system in several important ways. One of their most powerful effects is their ability to reduce inflammation. As you've already learned, inflammation plays a central role in the development of plaque. It damages the inner lining of your arteries, making it easier for cholesterol and other substances to stick and accumulate. Omega-3 fatty acids help calm this inflammatory response, creating a more stable and protective environment within your blood vessels. When inflammation is reduced, the progression of plaque slows down, and your arteries are better able to maintain their flexibility and function. This is critical because healthy arteries need to expand and contract bisuhulat to regulate blood flow. When they become stiff or inflamed, the risk of serious complications increases. Another key benefit of fatty fish is their impact on triglycerides, a type of fat found in your blood. High levels of triglycerides are strongly linked to an increased risk of heart disease and plaque buildup. Omega-3s are particularly effective at lowering these levels, helping to create a healthier balance in your bloodstream. This not only reduces the risk of new plaque forming, but also supports overall cardiovascular efficiency. But one of the most overlooked benefits of fatty fish is how they affect the stability of existing plaque. Not all plaque is equally dangerous. Some plaque is stable and less likely to cause problems, while other types are unstable and more prone to rupture. When plaque ruptures, it can trigger the formation of a blood clot, which may suddenly block an artery and lead to a heart attack or stroke. Omega-3 fatty acids help make plaque more stable, reducing the likelihood of these sudden, life-threatening events. Fatty fish also support heart rhythm and overall cardiac function. They help regulate electrical signals in the heart, reducing the risk of irregular heartbeats. At the same time, they improve the function of the endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels, allowing for smoother blood flow and better oxygen delivery throughout the body. Incorporating fatty fish into your routine doesn't require drastic changes. Eating fish like salmon 2 to 3 times per week can provide a steady supply of omega-3s. Grilling, baking, or lightly cooking it helps preserve its nutritional value without adding unhealthy fats. For those who may not enjoy fish, alternatives like sardines or mackerel can offer similar benefits, often at a lower cost and with even higher omega-3 content. What makes fatty fish truly powerful is that they don't just address one risk factor, they support your entire cardiovascular system in a balanced, natural way. Instead of forcing change, they help your body restore its own internal harmony, reducing risk while promoting long-term health. And when combined with other supportive habits, like reducing processed foods, staying physically active, and managing stress, fatty fish become part of a much larger strategy to protect your arteries and your life. Because in the end, true heart health isn't built on a single solution, but on consistent, nourishing choices that work with your body, not against it. What many people don't realize is that arterial plaque is not just a cholesterol problem. It is, at its core, an inflammation problem. While cholesterol often gets the blame, the real driving force behind plaque buildup is chronic, low-grade inflammation that quietly damages your blood vessels over time. This is the hidden factor that connects everything together, and it plays a central role in conditions like atherosclerosis. When your body experiences inflammation, it's usually a protective response. For example, if you get a cut or an infection, inflammation helps your body heal. But the problem arises when this response never fully turns off. Modern lifestyles, filled with processed foods, high sugar intake, lack of movement, chronic stress, and poor sleep, keep your body in a constant state of internal stress. This leads to ongoing inflammation that begins to damage the delicate inner lining of your arteries. This inner lining, known as the endothelium, plays a critical role in maintaining healthy blood flow. It helps your blood vessels expand and contract, regulates clotting, and prevents harmful substances from sticking to the artery walls. But when inflammation is present, this lining becomes irritated and weakened. Tiny injuries begin to form, and your body responds by sending cholesterol and other materials to repair the damage. Over time, this repair process turns into plaque buildup. So, in a way, plaque is not just the problem, it's also a symptom of a deeper issue. It's your body trying to protect itself, but in doing so, it creates a new risk. As this cycle continues, the arteries become narrower and less flexible, increasing the chances of serious cardiovascular events. Another important factor tied to inflammation is oxidative stress. This occurs when there's an excess of free radicals in your body, unstable molecules that damage cells. These free radicals attack the lining of your arteries, making them even more vulnerable to plaque formation. Without enough antioxidants from your diet to neutralize these free radicals, the damage accelerates. This is exactly why certain foods are so powerful. Foods like garlic and fatty fish don't just lower cholesterol, they actively reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. They work at the root level, helping to break the cycle that leads to plaque buildup in the first place. When inflammation is reduced, your arteries have a chance to heal, and the environment inside your body becomes far less hostile. It's also important to understand that inflammation doesn't come from just one source. It's the result of multiple factors stacking up over time. Poor diet, sitting for long hours, lack of exercise, emotional stress, exposure to toxins, and even dehydration can all contribute. This means that reducing inflammation requires a holistic approach, not just one change, but a series of small, consistent improvements. Simple habits can make a big difference. Drinking enough water helps flush out toxins. Eating whole, unprocessed foods provides antioxidants and essential nutrients. Regular movement improves circulation and reduces stress on your arteries. Even something as simple as getting quality sleep can significantly lower inflammation levels in your body. The key is consistency. Inflammation builds up slowly, and it also reduces slowly. There's no instant fix, but there is a clear path forward. Every healthy choice you make sends a signal to your body to calm down, repair itself, and function more efficiently. When you begin to focus on reducing inflammation rather than just lowering cholesterol numbers, your entire perspective on health changes. You're no longer just managing a condition, you're addressing its root cause. Because in the end, controlling inflammation isn't just about protecting your arteries, it's about creating a healthier internal environment where your body can truly thrive. When it comes to protecting your heart and preventing plaque buildup, the biggest shift you can make is moving away from the idea of quick fixes and toward a smarter, more complete approach. Many people look for a single solution, something simple like a pill or a shortcut, but real, lasting heart health doesn't work that way. Even medications like statins, while helpful in certain cases, are only one piece of a much larger picture. A smarter approach begins with understanding that your body responds to what you do consistently, not occasionally. It's the daily habits, what you eat, how much you move, how well you sleep, and how you manage stress, that shape the condition of your arteries over time. These habits either support your body's natural healing processes or slowly contribute to damage. There's no neutral ground here. Every choice matters. One of the most powerful areas you can control is your diet. Instead of relying on processed foods that are high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients, shifting toward whole, natural foods can dramatically change your internal environment. Foods rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and essential nutrients help reduce inflammation, support blood vessel function, and improve overall circulation. This is where simple additions, like garlic and fatty fish, can quietly but effectively strengthen your cardiovascular system. Movement is another essential part of this equation. Your body is designed to be active, and regular physical activity helps keep your blood flowing efficiently. Exercise improves the flexibility of your blood vessels, reduces blood pressure, and helps regulate cholesterol levels naturally. It doesn't have to be extreme or complicated. Even consistent walking can make a meaningful difference over time. Sleep, often overlooked, plays a critical role as well. Poor sleep increases stress hormones in your body, which can lead to higher inflammation and increased strain on your heart. When you prioritize quality sleep, you allow your body to repair itself, balance its systems, and reduce the internal stress that contributes to plaque buildup. Stress management is equally important. Chronic stress keeps your body in a constant fight or flight state, releasing hormones that can damage your blood vessels and promote inflammation. Finding simple ways to relax, whether it's deep breathing, spending time in nature, or just taking breaks from daily pressures, can significantly improve your heart health over time.